Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitians. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rikah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who work well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the who pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hope for the elect. And shalom to the Awaf who are listening and learning, and a few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah, coming at you another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification. Another daily edification. The Lord's wouldn't be edifying. And this is the judgment for America is fire. The judgment for Babylon the Great is fire. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Shah Barakatah. Shalom. The judgment for North America, Babylon the Great, is fire. And this is Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 1. Woe to her that is filthy and polluted, to the oppressing city. Zephaniah 3 and 1. Woe to her that is filthy and polluted, to the oppressing city. What's the oppressing city? Babylon the Great, man. Okay? Babylon the Great, man. To the oppressing city. She obeyed not the voice. She received not correction. She trusted not in the Lord Yahweh. She drew not near to her God. Now we know they're talking about you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans in the land of Jerusalem. Okay? But Jerusalem represents what? The people. Okay? You so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. So, woe to that oppressing city, man. Okay? This is Isaiah 54. It's 16, and it reads, Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. And if you know what a smith is, a person that make weapons. I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. This is the words of Yahweh, man. Okay? He created the waster to destroy. What is a waster? An intercontinental ballistic missile, man. An intercontinental ballistic missile. That's what a waster is. An ICBM. Okay? A nuclear missile. So the Most High said he created the smith that broke the coal in the fire, and he created an instrument for his works, the waster to destroy. This is Jeremiah 50 to 25. It reads, The Lord Yahweh have opened his armory. The Lord Yahweh have opened his armory. It said the Lord Yahweh have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh, power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. Okay. It said, Come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. Let nothing of what be left? North America. Babylon the Great, man. Okay? Let nothing of this place be left, man. The Lord said, I have created smith that blow up the coals in the fire, man. And what is that? Missiles. This is Joel chapter 2 and verse 3. A fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burneth. Total destruction, man. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them. Everything looking good. It's beautiful, right? So it seems. And behind them a desolate wilderness. Okay? So looking good right now. As they say in Babylon the Great, right? Making America great again. Looking good. So it said the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yeah, and nothing shall escape them. Nothing shall escape them. What's the them? The missiles, man. Nothing's going to escape them. Okay? Joel And John saw the same vision, man, of the missiles. Verse 4, Joel 2 and 4. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Okay? Like the noise of chariots on the tops of the mountains shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame of a fire that devours the stubble, as the strong people set in battle array. Okay? They shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the walls like men of war, and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. But he's talking about the missiles, man. Neither shall one thrust another, they shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Hey, when they hit ground zero, they will not be wounded, man. Okay? When they hit these when they destroy everything of Babylon the Great, they will not be wounded. The missiles is not going to be wounded, man. The earth shall quake before them. Before what? The missiles, man. The heavens shall tremble. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Why? Because all the smoke, man. You're going to fill the sky from the missiles, those mushroom clouds. And the Lord Yahweh shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord Yahweh is great and very terrible, and who can abide it? Hey, only one's gonna be able to abide this is the elect, man. Scarcely being saved. This is Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. It reads, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. Okay, so in the ancient time, how they used to fight? They used to fight. They used to line up on both sides of the field and charge at each other. Okay, except for every battle, the warrior is with confused noise, charge, and garments rolled in blood. All the grunting, making different sounds, right? Garments rolled in blood. A lot of blood spilled with the sword, man, with daggers, right? But what? World War III shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Okay, Isaiah 95. For every battle of the warriors with confused noise. That's how they fought in the ancient time. Even World War One, man. They were lined up on the field, man. Okay? Even World War II, man. They got on the battlefield and they charged out, man. Okay? For every battle of warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. That's why you watch movies like Troy. Okay? That's how they fought, man. When you watch movies like about Alexander the Great, they used to fight, okay? Like head up, man. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So this war is going to be fought with what? Burning and fuel of fire, man. Okay. This is now what Joel said in Joel 2 in verse 4, he said, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Right? John on Island of Patmos, John saw the same thing, man. Revelation chapter 9, verse 16. It reads, and the number of the army of the horsemen, see, John the Revelator on Island Patmos and Joel saw the same thing, man, in their vision. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. When we look at 200,000, that's 200 million. And I heard the number of them, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth and brimstone. Horses don't got breastplates of fire and jacinth and brimstone. So what is this vision? And the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, the warheads, that's on the missiles, and out of their mouths issue fire, smoke, and brimstone. Okay? These are talking about missiles, man. These not talking about no angels neither. You got some guy talking about angels. It's not talking about angels, man. Okay? This is talking about missiles, man. Read again. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and then that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth and brimstone, and the heads of and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions. Okay, this is John saw in his vision, man. And out of their mouths issued fire, smoke, and brimstone. By these three was the third part of men killed by the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone, which issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth and in their tails. Why is it in their mouth? Because the warhead. Okay, when the head open up, you got multiple missiles that come out of the head of the warhead. Okay, you got many missiles that come out of the warhead when they open up. It say for their powers in their mouth. Talking about the horses now. The power's in their mouth. A horse don't got power in his mouth. A horse got power and it's running. Okay, this is not talking about horses. Talking about missiles, man. For the power is in their mouth and in their tails. Why is it in the tails? For their tails were like unto serpents. Why? Because the missiles get propelled by themselves now, man. They don't have to take the missile and drop it out of the plane. The missiles get propelled by themselves. Okay? It said, for their tails were like unto serpents because of the smoke that when the missiles shoot out, they leave a trail, okay? They look like a snake, man, sliding through the air. And had heads, and with them they do hurt because of the warheads, man, the missiles. Okay, so this right here is showing you that what John the Revelator saw on the island of Patmos and what Joel saw was the same thing, man. The same missiles. Okay, the horses and what Joel said. Read again. Just read the point. Revelation 9:16. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. And thus I saw in the vision, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth, and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouth issued fire and smoke and brimstone. Now look at this. Joel 2:4. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. So what did John say? I saw the horses. That's right. And he said, them that sat on them having breastplates. Now, right here, Joel tell you the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as the horsemen, so shall they run. John the Revelator and Joel saw the same vision of the missiles, man. Okay? To do what? To destroy Babylon the Great with fire, man. Okay? To destroy them with fire, man. That's moving on. Shalom, sis. Yahweh Shema Shah Rakatah. Shalom. And it said what? Joel 2:10. The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. Meaning here on earth. The earth is gonna everybody here gonna tremble, man. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their light, shall withdraw their shine, because the mushroom clouds gonna be filled over the sky, man. Okay. This is it tell you right here in Isaiah 24 and 18. Isaiah 24 and 19. It said the earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean, dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. How is the earth going to move exceedingly? With the missiles. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. What can make the earth do that, man? And shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgressions thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. So, what's going to make the earth reel to and fro like a drunkard? Those 200,000 missiles that Joel saw in Joel the second chapter, and that John the Revelator saw, man. Okay, they both saw the same vision, man. They said the appearance of them was as horsemen. The appearance of them was as horses, and they had horsemen riding them, man. Okay, John and Joel saw the same vision of the missiles destroying North America, man. Okay, Babylon the Great and the land of Israel gonna get destroyed. Okay, and other parts of the world, well, that are controlled by the heathen, man. This is Revelation 17 and 16. It reads, and the 10 horns, it said, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, that's our EU, the European Union, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. Who is the whore? North America. The harlot that sits on the scarlet colored beast. And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. What is this fire is going to burn with? Missiles, man. Okay? Missiles, man. This is Isaiah 13 and verse 5. It reads, they come from a far country. It said from the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. What's going to come from a far country? The missiles, man. It said right here, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Now, they said the weapons of his indignation, right? Now, what I started with was Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his works, and I have created the waster to destroy. Shalom, Mark. Yahweh Shema Shah Barakatham. Shalom, brother. So, the weapons of the Lord indignation is what? The missiles, man, which I read in Joel 2. Okay, I started in Joel 2 and 3, and Revelation 9 and 16, which I read one more time. Revelation 9 and 16. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. So as I read Joel 2, okay, from 3 on down to 10, Joel saw the same thing that John saw, man, with the missiles. Right here. He say, and I heard the number of the army, and I heard the number of the army of the horsemen, which it said were 200,000, which is 200 million. And I heard the number of them. And thus I saw in the vision, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire and of jessamine and of brimstone, and the heads of the horses were the heads of lion, the warheads, and out of their mouths is fire and smoke and brimstone. Now, Joel said the same thing, man. The same thing Joel said. Read again, Joel 2 and 4. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Okay? John the Revelator and Joel saw the same vision, man, of the missile. To do what? To destroy Babylon the Great, man. This is so back in Isaiah 13 and 5, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Okay, it said the weapons of his indignation. Jeremiah chapter 50 and 25 reads, the Lord Yahweh have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord, Yahweh, power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans, man. This is his war, man. These are his weapons, these missiles, man. This is Jeremiah 50 and 9. It reads, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations, with an S, from the north country. Who? Starting with who? Russia, Iran, North Korea, China. Hey, those are the main hitters, man. Okay? It say, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, if they shall set themselves in array against her, from thence she shall be taken. Their arrows, okay? When you watch this movie, Broken Arrows, what were they talking about in that movie, man? They were talking about stolen missiles, man. Okay? Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. Their arrows. Now listen to this. Jeremiah 15:12. Your mother shall be sore confounded. It said, the mother of Babylon the Great shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Okay? Behold, the hindermost of the nations, it said, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Okay? Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Because, why? Of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Who? Joel 3 and 9, man. Call all the nations together, man. Okay? It say, shoot at her. With what? ICBMs. Spare no arrow. Don't spare not one of your missiles. For she have sinned against the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Now, the point, right? It said, and this is cold, man. Jeremiah 15:12. It said, your mother shall be sore confounded. Okay? Your mother, she that bear you, shall be ashamed. Listen, man. We all got mothers, right? We all got mothers. Their mother, which is Great Britain, is going to be so confounded, man. She shall be ashamed. Why? Because you have turned out to be the whore of all whores, man. Okay? You is so defiled and wicked. I got to leave you, man. And listen to this, Isaiah 49:15. Can a woman forget her sucking child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? It say, yeah, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee. So, the Lord asking the question right here, man? Can a woman forget her sucking child, man? Hey, that's impossible, man. Okay? Can a woman forget her sucking child, that she should have no compassion on the son of her womb? Come on, man. This is the child that you had. Not only you can forget your child, you got to be brainwashed. I mean, 100%, 100% completely brainwashed to forget a child that came out of your womb, man. It's impossible. It's impossible to forget your own child, man. Okay? So for the Lord saying right here, man, for a woman to forget her child, man, Jeremiah 50:12 said, your mother shall be so confounded with you. They're going to straight separate from you, man. And that's Great Britain, man. Okay? Which they doing now. Why? Because I was using this analogy. How you going, everything that we set up, how you going against everything that we had established? Okay? We funded you, we set you up to do these things. How you going to go, hey, now you biting the hand that feeds you, man. Okay, they putting all these sanctions on all these countries. They're doing all this madness. But you know what? It's a part of prophecy, man. It's a part of prophecy. This is Revelation 18. Revelation 18 and verse 1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heavens, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all the nations have drunken of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye receive none of her plagues. And that's talking about the elect being lifted up into the chariots. For her sins have reached into heaven, and power have remembered her iniquity. Reward her, even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her, For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. And it's also in this same thing she's saying right here is also in Isaiah 47 chapter. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, who judgeth her. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her. They're showing you, because all the other nations, they sell all their merchandise here in North America, man. Okay? It say, shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Ancient Babylon didn't go down by burning, man. We all know that, man. Okay? Even the Idumeans know that, man. History, man. We know Darius, okay? Darius and Cyrus, man. Okay, the Medo and Persian Empire took down Babylon, the ancient Babylon, man. They wasn't destroyed with fire. The Lord said this Babylon is going to be destroyed with fire, man. This mystery of Babylon will be destroyed with fire. It say, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise any more. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all Thylin wood, and all manner of vessels of ivory, and manner of vessels of most precious wood. It's all your cherry and oak wood, okay? All your cherry and oak wood, all these different woods you got, right? Your hardwood floors, your decked out houses, all these, everything, man. It's all your Gucci and Louis and Prada and Fendi and all this mess, man. It's in all manners of vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble. You love that marble in your cribs, man. You love marble in your cribs, man. Okay. And sentiments and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots. That's cars. Okay. And slaves and souls of men, and the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all, man. Okay? Hey, everything will be gone, man. This ain't talking about ancient Babylon, man. This is talking about Babylon the Great, man. North America. Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shabbat. This from the brother Adon. Tazia 1, Isaiah 50:31. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh of hosts, power of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. Con. The second Ezra 16:1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. All these is representing North America, Babylon the Great. Gird yourself with cloth of sacks and hair. Come down in the dust. There's no throne for thee. Bewail your children and be sorrow, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is set among you, and who may quench it? No one can quench this fire, you most high, man. Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood? No. Oh, well, King David did, okay, but that was through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. Or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it begin to burn? No, you can't, man. Okay, unless it's a real small fire that you made, you can put it out. Okay, because you got enough water to. Hey, but this fire right here, from the Most High Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, hey, nobody can put it out, man. May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? No, man. Once the missiles get shot off, the Lord said, what? They will not break their ranks. And his word, when he go forth, it shall accomplish all that he pleased, man. Yeah, that's why when Ezra said in 2nd Ezra 3, matter of fact, let me read that, 2nd Ezra 13 real quick. Let me read that just to prove this point. The 2nd Ezra 13, in verse 4, it say, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice. And that's cold, man. That's cold. Going back to this, 2nd Ezra 16 and 6, it say, may any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when they have begun to burn? No. May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? Hey, you can't, man. The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath. That I just read to you in 2nd Ezra 13 and 4. And who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The earth quaketh, and the foundation thereof. It shall rear to and fro like a drunkard. The sea will rise up with the waves from the deep. From what? From no missiles hit, man. It's gonna be a vacuum, gonna suck up everything, man. And the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also, because the Lord and before the glory of his power. He say the fishes thereof also. Tell you in Hosea 4 and 3, he's gonna take away the beasts of the field, the birds of the air, and the fish of the sea, man. You see, verse 13, for strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow, right? The weapons of his war. He had opened his armory. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss. When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world, didn't it say they're going to come from a far country? In Isaiah 13 and 5, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out. Till when? Till they consume the foundations of the earth, man. That's when, man. And you people think this is a game, man. Hey, the judgment for Babylon the Great is fire, man. A devouring fire, man. This is Malachi 4 and 1. It reads, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yeah, all that do wickedly, shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch, man. This is Adonai, Ezekiel 36 and 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua power. Surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea, right? Which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful mind to cast it out for a prey. Come. Adonai again, Revelation 14 and 10. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of power, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. Right, that righteous anger, man. And he shall be tormented with fun. Hey, Shalom, Mark. How about Shema Shah, Prophet? Shalom, brother. This is Zephaniah 3 and 8. It reads, hey, whether you believe it or not, man, the Lord from the judge's place, man. Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations. That's all 17 heathen nations. And he's doing it right now. He's gathering over there with their face towards the East Sea, which is the Persian Gulf, and their hintermost part towards the Red Sea, okay? Over there in Saudi Arabia, over there, man. Over there in that barren and desolate land, man. It said that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Okay? Hey, why? Why, Lord? Why did they do that, Lord? Because what? They have touched the apple of the Lord's eye, man. That's why. Okay? That's why, man. They have touched the apple of the Lord's eye, man. You had no business putting your hand on those people, man. This is Zechariah. Let's see. Zechariah 2 and 8. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, after the glory have he sent me unto the nations which have spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. And you should not put your hands on the nation of Israel. And the Lord said in Zechariah 1 and 15 that he was a little displeased with the heathen, right? Matter of fact, let me read that real quick. This is Zechariah 1 and 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen. He said he is very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased. Okay? And they helped for the affliction of what, man? The rape, robbing, and murdering that you did to the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, man. Okay? You went overboard, man. They tell you in the Ezekiel 35, man, when their calamity had an end, when their iniquity had an end, man, you helped for the affliction. So, hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shah Barakatham. Shalom, Shalom, Elder Shalom. So, you helped forth the affliction, man. So, because you helped forth the affliction, then your judgment is to be annihilated, man, with intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. Okay? 200,000 thousands. It's Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh will smite all the people that fought against Jerusalem. Jerusalem is you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, man. Okay? The people get it confused, they get it twisted. Let's read that to prove that point. This is second Maccabees chapter 5 and 19. Nevertheless, God did not choose the people for the place sakes, but the place for the people's sake. So Jerusalem is you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. Okay, it's a people before it's a place, man. So again, Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh will smite all the people that fall against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. And you can see this in the movie Terminator 2, man. That what I just read, you can see it in Terminator 2. This is 2 Peter 3 and 10. It reads, but the day of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua will not come. It said will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with the great noise. And we keep telling you that ain't talking about the spiritual realm, man. The earth is a heaven, man. Okay? In the skies where the clouds at. When you go look it up on the blue letter, man, it tell you right here, the heavens, it's talking about in the sky, man. Okay, where the war gonna be fought at mostly, man. Okay? You're gonna have the chariots, then you're gonna have these devils with their stealth bombers and all their fighter jets. Okay? Hey, they all gonna be what? Annihilated, man. But the fight is gonna be in the air, man, mainly. It reads, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Everything on planet Earth is made with elements, man. I don't care what it is. Okay, from the tiles on the car to the concrete on the buildings, man. Everything is made with elements, man. It say, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also, and all the works that are therein shall be burned up, man. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manners of person are you ought to be in all holy conversation and godliness, man? What should your conduct be, man? Here in Babylon the Great, man. Knowing this world finna be destroyed, man. What should your conduct be? And I was watching the elder, man, Mysteries of the Kingdom, man. Okay, the head of the Birmingham camp, man. Hey, that video you did, hey, that was fire, man. Okay? Hey, that was fire. Listen, man. You Jakes, man, trying to chase that bag, man. You people, hey, you don't even know what's coming, man. You chasing that bag, hey, running into that ditch, man. Following a multitude to do evil, man. And you finna be destroyed. 2 Peter 3 and 12. Looking for and hastening to the coming of the day of the God. Looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of power, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, man. Listen, and I was using this and that, I was talking to somebody. When they hit the World Trade Center, them devils was jumping from the 95th floor, man. Why? Why was they jumping? That jet fuel heat was so, that fight was so hot from that jet fuel oil, man. They had to jump, man. So can you imagine how hot the missile's gonna be, man? I'm talking about thousands of times hotter, man. And the jet fuel oil that was in those buildings, man. Them people were jumping from the 95th floor. Con, I just read that. Con, Zephaniah 3 and 8. Con. They were jumping from the 95th floor, man. Shalom, shalom, Mark Yahweh Shema Shab Rakatham, shalom. Yeah. You people chasing this bag, man. You don't know what the hell. You people is bugged out, man. And to get to Hollywood, man, you gotta sell out, man. You gotta sell out, man. And you can't sell your soul like the elders always say, the apostle and elders. You can't sell your soul because this ain't yours, man. When you're reading our first Corinthians 3 and 19, man, we was bought with a price, so it ain't yours, man. But guess what? Hey, you selling that ass, man. Okay? You're selling your ass for this, hey, to go be on the director's couch, man, for a few million, man. And some of you don't even blow up that big, man. You got right now, I did a lesson last week, a week or two ago. This chick, Taraji P. Henson, talking about she depressed, man. How you depressed making all that money, man? Bow Wow. How they depressed? Hey, because what? Hey, you trying to go up, hey, that John 10 and 1, man. You trying to go climb up some other way, man. You are a thief and a robber, man. There's only one way into the kingdom, man. Okay? And that's through the straight gate, man. You ain't gonna make it like that. You ain't gonna make it like that. This is Luke chapter 12 and verse 49. And judgment finna start on you 2/3, man. All you heathens, all you heathen bug outs, man. It's finna start on you first, man. Luke 12 and 49, it reads, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? Now you have fires in Greece, you have fires in Finland, you got fires in Australia, okay? They done burnt down the Amazon, okay? California is burning down, Salakia, war's burning down. You got fires around the world, man. Okay, I had a list. I did a lesson earlier last year about Finland, Greece. I had a list of names on one of my little cards I got over here. A list of the fires, man, that were burning in these other countries, man. The Lord is jacking this place up, man. And it said the fire that hit Greece last year, it said it was like 23 people, man. When they found them, they was holding hands, man. They burnt up together. Why? Because they couldn't escape from the fire, man. The fire had them in a total 360, man. They couldn't get away, man. I did a lesson on it. Okay? 23 people died together, holding hands, man. I guess they were saying kumbaya. Okay? They died, man. The Lord is judging, man. Luke 12:49. I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it be already kindled? And they already kindled, man. The fires has been kindled for a while, man. This is let me read this again. Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. It reads, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Now in the ancient time, they all fought on both sides of the field. They all lined up, okay, and they charged out, saying, charge. And they all charged out. They said every battle warriors with confused noise. That's how they fought back then. King David, okay? When you watch the movie Troy, when you watch the movie Alexander, okay, by Alexander the Great and all these other movies, they fought with swords, daggers, and shields, man, okay? Having on armor. For every battle of warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. That's how they used to fight. World War One. Was these wars the Civil Wars with British and the French and the British, French and the Spaniards, and hey, they fought on the battlefield, man. Okay, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire, man. Okay, with what? The intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. Like Joel said in Joel 2, he saw the horses, man, and the horsemen. Him and John, when you read Revelation 9 and 16, the 200,000, John say he saw the vision of the horses, right? And them that sat on them having blessed place. Joel saw the same thing, man. Okay? He said in the vision, he saw the horses and the horsemen. Joel and John saw the same vision of the missiles, man. But you people talking about those angels. It say out of the horse's mouth it's a jasnet and brimstone, man, and fire. Okay, and they had the heads of lions, war heads, man. How the hell a horse gonna have a head of a lion, man? He say as it was, man. Okay, but you don't understand why, because you don't understand, man. You don't have the spirit, man, to understand what's going on, man. But judgment on Babylon the Great, North America, is gonna be fire, man. And you devils, why? Because you have put your hand on the Lord. You put your hand on the apple of the Lord, man. And Yahushua says this, man. He's pissed off, man. He ready to come back and destroy you people, man. Isaiah 63:1. Who is this that coming from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? That this is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Whereof, it said, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury, and the blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. Hold on. He said he stained all his raiment. Revelation 19 in verse Revelation 19, and let's start at 10. No, it's like Revelation 19 and 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called faithful and true, and in righteousness he doeth judge and make war. This is World War III coming, man. His eyes were as the flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, because he conquered all nations, man. And he, age like that guy on we watched 300, and he came to Leonidas with all the heads of the kings all together, right? And he held it up. Hey, that's Yahweh, man. Okay, that's Yahweh coming with all the head, with all the crowns of the kings of the earth, man. Hey, beautiful, man. They say his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, which I just read in Isaiah 63. And his name is called the Word of Power. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, chariots, man, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he shall smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. Revelation 2. What is that? Revelation 2, 26, 25, 26. And he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of the almighty power. Okay. This is Second Ezra 13 and verse 3. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with thousands of heaven, with the thousands of heaven. I just read in Revelation 19, he's coming with the armies of heaven, right? It say with the thousands of heaven. Now hold on. This is Psalms 68 and 17. It reads, the chariots of power are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as inside, not in the holy place. It's a 20,000 chariots, even thousands of angels, man. Let's go back to 2nd Ezra 13. 2nd Ezra 13 and 3. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, the angels, man, in the chariots. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him, man. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt that heard his voice, man. Hey, them chariots burnt everything, man. Like the apostles and elders always say that concentrated heat from the chariots, man. It said, like as the earth felleth when it filleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men, Joel 3 and 9, out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. What sea, man? Hey, the waters from the waters, man. He coming out of the heavens, man. Okay? When you look up in the sky, man, that's water up there, man. That's how I say the man that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. What's this great mountain, man? When you watch the first movie, Independence Day, they show you the clouds come out, form out. Then this big spaceship, so-called spaceship, come out of the clouds because why? These devils know, man. The Lord put the spirit on these devils to make these movies to comfort us, man. Okay. Then when you watch the second Independence Day, what they call ID4, hey, when they showed the chariot, hey, the chariot covered the whole earth, man. Okay? The chariot was so big, man. It covered the whole planet, man. That's how big the chariot was in the second Independence Day. It say, but I would have seen the region or place whereof the hill was graven, and I could not, because it wasn't graven from no mountain on earth. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid and yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath. And Joel saw the same thing too, man. Okay, in Joel 4. And out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And all they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burnt them up every one. This World War III, man. Okay. Yahweh and the angels against the Idumeans and their angels. It says, so that upon the son of an innumberable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Now, hold, it said only dust and smells of smoke. Watch this. Only dust and smells of smoke, man. They was what? Annihilated, man. Joel 2 and 20. And these scriptures link up beautiful, man. Joel 2 and 20 reads, but I will remove far off from you the northern army. Who? North American army. They all going right now in thousands. 3,000 hills, 7,000 hills, 15,000, until all North American army, the military, what is the Navy, the Army, the Marines, the Air Force, all of them, man. Okay, they gone, man. I will remove far from you the northern army, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face toward the east sea, which is toward the Persian Gulf, and his hinder part toward the utmost sea, which is the Red Sea, and his stink shall come up. Now, this what Ezra saw. Okay, he said, when none be was it none to be perceived of them, but dust and smells of smoke. Okay, and his stink shall come up. Who? All those people, man, all those nations. Okay, in the valley of Jehoshaphat, in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, man. And his stink shall come up, And his ill savor, which is a foul smell, man, a foul stench, man. His ill savor shall come up because he have done great things. He has done what? Abominable works, man. Okay, hold on. It says also again, Isaiah, Joel, and Ezra saw the same thing when Yahweh shall destroy these nations, man. Here we go. Isaiah 34 and 1. All of them saw the same vision, man. Come near ye nations and hear, and hearken, you people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all that come forth of it. For the indignation, the righteous anger of the Lord Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. Why, Lord? Because you touched the apple of the Lord's eye, man. That's why, man. This ain't about oil. This ain't about gold and silver. This ain't about lithium batteries. This is about for you putting your hand on the so-called Negro Latino Native Americans, man. That's it, man. Okay? That's it, man. First and foremost, his holy name, man. You touched the apple of the Lord's eye, man. And you should never have done it. He said he was very sore displeased, man. You devils help forth the affliction, man. Verse 2. For the indignation of the Lord Yahweh was upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. It say nations. All 17 heathen, keep saying this. 18 nations Yahweh created. 18 nations. The 12 tribes of Israel, one nation. The other 17 nations are heathens, man. And you're going to die, man. Grievous deaths, man. And your daughters shall be ravished, man. Okay? For the indignation of the Lord Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies, man. It's all 17 of you heathen nation armies, man. He have utterly destroyed them. He have delivered them to the slaughter. That's why you're going on there right now in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, man. Their slain also is cast out, and their stink shall come up. See, Isaiah, Joel, and Ezra saw the same vision, man. And their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved. Who's the host? All your armies, man. You just said it, man. In verse 2, all their armies, man. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a stroll. All the mushroom clouds, man, from the missiles, man. And all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is filled with blood. I just read it to you in Revelation 19, man. It is made fat with fatness and with the blood of lambs and goats. It's all you proud devils, you Idumeans, and you two-thirds Israel, man. But this is talking about you 17 nations, man, and your armies, man. It say, and with the fat of kidneys of rams, and we know them rams and goats, we know who them is. For the Lord Yahweh have a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And the unicorns shall come down with them. Hey, your internet coming down with you too, man. And the bullocks and the bulls and their land shall be soaked, man, with blood, man. And the dust and their dust made fat with fatness, man. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of the recompense for the controversy of Zion, for the controversy of so-called Negro Latino Native Americans, man. The Lord is finna destroy you people, man. Hey, what's in Revelation, man? That the blood came up to the horse's bridle, man. Hey, Lord said, right here, just said the lamb finna be soaked, man. Hey, and Lord willing, man. Lord willing, we get to take part in that too, man. Psalm 58 and 10. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked. So that a man shall say, verily, there is a reward for the righteous. Verily, he is a power that judgeth in the earth, man. And Lord willing, we get to partake in that, man. Lord willing. Because it said in Ezekiel 25 and 14, it reads this. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh by Shem Shah power. So the Lord said He gonna put His spirit on brothers, because a lot of brothers can't just grab these devils, and a lot of brothers can though, but a lot of brothers can't, man. So the Lord said He gonna put His spirit on brothers, man, to do this, man. Okay, the Lord gonna put His spirit on the elect of Israel, and they're gonna do what? They're gonna do what, Lord? Jeremiah 16:16 reads, "Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord Yahweh, and they shall fish them." And that's what we doing, man. We help seal the elect, man. And afterward, it say, and they shall fish them, and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. Okay? Jeremiah, let's get one more. Jeremiah 51:19. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the form of all things. And we know this, man. Jacob created everything on this planet Earth. It came from a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, man. Everything that was made on this planet Earth, man. You devils stole it and got it patterned, man. Okay? He is the form of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh host is his name. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. Hey, he say, and we read Leviticus 26, man. He said, you shall take, matter of fact, let's read that. Hey, because there's nothing new under the sun, man. And that which was shall be again, man. Leviticus 26:7. And ye shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword. And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight. And your enemies shall fall before you by the sword. Then the Lord say, hey, the righteous is going to see the fall of the wicked, man. Then he say you're going to see the fall of your enemies, man. Okay? And your enemies shall fall before you by the sword. Hold on, let's get one more. Deuteronomy 32. Let's read this one. Deuteronomy 32:30. Listen to this, man. How shall one chase 1,000? One of us, Lord willing, I'm going to say one of the elect men, is going to chase 1,000, man. And they're going to be running that way. Okay? One man. You know how Superman get down. Hey, I always use the analogy Thor, Superman, and Flash. Because when you read in Isaiah, what's it, Isaiah 40, he said that we shall mount our wings as eagles, Lord willing. If I'm on the, Lord willing. But he said elect. I'm going to say it like this. The elect shall mount our wings as eagles, and they shall run and not get weary. So that's you being Thor and Superman and running like Flash, man. You shall run and not get weary. That's Flash all day, man. Okay? Deuteronomy 32:30. How shall one chase 1,000 and two men put 10,000 to flight, man? How is this possible? Isaiah 40:31. Let's read it. It reads, but they that wait upon the Lord Yahweh shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. Hey, that's flying. Eagles is the highest flying bird, man. Okay. It say, they shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint, man. And I always say, hey, when you watch this movie, when you watch these Friday 13 movies, man, Jason never ran behind nobody, man. Hey, he always walked. And what wind up, he always caught him, man, every time, man. It's a movie. But hey, he was walking, man. He was speed walking, but he was walking, man. Okay. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not get weary, man. That's Flash. That's Superman and Flash right there all day long, man. If you can't accept the vocab Malone, that's your problem. They shall walk and not faint, man. Hey, so that's the Lord giving his men spiritual power. Yeah, bro. I just read Isaiah 34:2. What you got there? Ezekiel 22 and 31. I'll close with that. Ezekiel 22 and 31. It reads, therefore have I poured out my indignation upon them. I have consumed them with the fire of my wrath. Their own way have I recompensed upon their heads. Khan, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Khan. Beautiful precept, brother. Yeah, man. Therefore have I poured out my indignation upon them. I have consumed them. Hey, this is future tense. This is future speaking saying it was already done, man. It was already done. Therefore, Ezekiel 22 and 31, therefore have I poured out my indignation upon them. I have consumed them with the fire of my wrath. They say their own way have I recompensed upon their heads, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Matter of fact, you guys want to read this now. Isaiah 13 and verse 6 say, how ye, for the day of the Lord Yahweh is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid. Pains and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. Hey, and a woman just about to give birth, man. It's some serious pains, I'm assuming. They shall be amazed one to another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. Start with North America, man, Babylon the Great. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Who can be sinners? Only people that can be sinners are you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, man. Okay? When you read 1 John 3 and 4, seeing the transgression of the law, man. When you read Leviticus 26 and 46, the laws are given to who? The Lord gave his law to you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans in Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses, man. So the only people on the planet Earth that can sin are you Israelites, man. You Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. These heathen nations, these 17 heathen nations, they can't sin, man. They are free to do whatever the hell they want to do, man, because they are not under the old covenant, man. Okay? They ain't under it, man. This is for you, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. They say, behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light, because of the mushroom clouds, man, gonna be everywhere, man. The sky gonna be covered with darkness, man. Okay? The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. Who is the wicked? We already know. The Idumean. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. Obadiah 1 and 3, the proud that heart have deceived thee, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, the elect man, even a man than even a man in the golden wedge of Ophir. Therefore will I shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place. It shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, Isaiah 24. In the wrath of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. Okay? So, that's letting you know right there, man. The world gonna be destroyed by what? Intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. Okay? And if you don't put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shema Shah, you're gonna be destroyed, man. You're gonna be destroyed. Okay? If you don't put on the whole armor, man, you will be destroyed, man. Thus saith the Lord. And so with that, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the occupants pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the whole elect. And shalom to the Akwa who are listening and learning. A few sisters out there who are listening and learning. I want to read this thing. I want to read this before I close out. Hebrews chapter 12 in Hebrews 12:29 reads, for our power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, is a consuming fire. Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Barakatham. Lord willing, till next time, Shalom. Hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is a consuming fire, man. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the scriptures. Shalom.